Hi guys, welcome to my channel. I'm Amanda and today we are here with all of my sketchbooks that I have completed in 2017. Now it's still November, so I'm pretty sure I'm going to complete more sketches in 2017, but I wanted to do this video now because I need to pre-record stuff. So there's going to be one sketchbook missing, but I'm excited to start fresh in January. So we're going to go through a bunch of sketchbooks. I have a pile over there to go through, so let's get started because we have a lot to look at. So this is the first sketchbook that I ever started using in 2017, but I did not in any means complete it. It's the Strathmore soft cover grey toned paper, and I was really looking forward to getting this, but I haven't sketched in it hardly at all because I feel like it needs colour and sometimes I can't be bothered to do colour, or my drawings are just not good enough for colour. So I sat down and did a self-portrait of me because I always do a self-portrait at the start of the year, so that was fun. And then I went on to do some hair practice and then I put this down. So this was the 1st of January, I believe. Yeah, 1st of January. And it was fun, and I really like this paper, but I haven't filled it up, so maybe this year I will fill that one up. The next sketchbook is this Sea White of Brighton sketchbook, and it came in a scroller box, and all I did in it was this. And then I put it down again, but these books are really good and the paper's really nice. I like them. And they're really cheap too. The next sketchbook that I started working in was the Strathmore Tone Tanned 50 Sheets. Smaller one, this is the A5 or the 5x8 one. And I just literally did these two little sketches here. And then I did a little bit of Inktober in here. I ruined that one, but whatever. And then I did some monsters from a book that I own. And then this really badly proportioned thing, and that was that. Moving on to May, I believe. I skipped, this was in April by the way, so I skipped like February. Oh no, this was in February. So I skipped March, I went to April and May. In fact, I didn't even go to, I don't know, hold on, this is, I think this is, yeah, this is April. So I was trying to do the whole randomised pickings of things to draw around this time. So I got Wallaby, Acorn, and then I did this random thing just for myself, doodling. There was no video on this or anything like that, but I had fun doing that one. Finished sketchbooks weren't a thing in 2017 apparently. I finished quite a lot in 2016. And then we have this one, which I really didn't like working in, but it was another 600 plus things sketchbook. But I didn't work in it hardly at all. And then we have my experimental book, which I started in 2016, but halfway through. Continued it in 2017. So here we go. This is May, still for 600 plus things. You can find videos on most of these drawings. Some of them are rubbish. Some of them I'm quite proud of. Like, I'm quite proud of that one, even though it's not that detailed or intricate. And then I gave it to my son because I couldn't be bothered finishing this sketchbook. If we keep on going, there's the odd drawing here and there that I actually wanted to do, and then the rest of it was just copying from illustrators or just doing like Zen doodles and stuff like that. It was not a good time for me. I didn't want to finish it. I was like, okay, I'm done. and then some swatches of Inktense in the back. But I really liked this sketchbook, but I went off the paper pretty quick. This paper's not very good, and it's too thick anyway. So that was that. Then we moved on to this one, and I was going to do Sketchbook Summer with this, I think, but then I had already started in it, so I decided not to. Let's check if I'm in frame. Kaden keeps on asking me to draw things from Mario. Try to do a little bit more of a realistic paintings here for 600 plus things. I think these were 600 plus things videos that I was doing on my own, maybe. I don't know. Trying proportions, guys. I'm rubbish at it. But I am getting better, I think. You just got to not be scared to do it in the first place. So, yeah. Proportions. Studying a little bit better now. This is from Pinterest, like just drawings that other people have done, or from pictures of people. You rarely find a credit on Pinterest, which really annoys me. I would like to credit the artist that did it, but I don't know who did it because nobody credited it, but I really liked it. And then just writing about people that I want to create, and then sketches for stuff. I was watching, I can't remember her name, but I'll put a card in the video. I was watching somebody on YouTube, and she inspired me to do a little quote on one side if I don't want to draw on that side, and then do a drawing on the other side, and it just didn't really work for me. And then I was drawing Toad for my son, and he was colouring them in, and then I coloured in the rest of him with Crayola markers. And that was that from that book. I hate not finishing sketchbooks. And then this one is the sketchbook from Sketchbook Summer. Most of you will have seen this already because I did a flip through once I had finished Sketchbook Summer itself. So I filled up this sketchbook in a month, and I was really happy with it. I think I might have not filled up some of the pages in a month, so I'm not going to like dwell too much on these, just because if you watch my channel a lot, you'll have seen it already. And if you want a more in-depth look and explanation of these, then you can go over to that video and look at it for yourself. But I'm quite proud of some of the drawings in here, and some of them not so proud, but I'm happy that I filled up a sketchbook. This is from Rod Gone. But like I say, if you want any explanation of any of the drawings in here, then go to the other video and you will hear me ramble on for 20 minutes or whatever about those drawings in here. This is the time that I discovered the artists that I really liked and that really inspired me. And I was kind of figuring out more about what I wanted to draw and what I didn't want to draw. So there's a lot of experimentation in here. But yeah, I'm happy that I filled it up with drawings that I can be semi-proud of. It's a page by my parents and my brother, because I was trying to fill it up. Minions, hairstyles, Sims stuff. I really like this page, the plants. Noses, hands, whimsical houses, more Pinterest stuff. I got a lot of inspiration from Pinterest. This is all Pinterest, and then this is a portrait of my mum. It's a really bad one. She doesn't look like that at all. Then I was doing quick gesture studies to try and fill it up quicker, but I really didn't like doing these pages. Really did not like doing them. But it did help me get a chunk of pages finished, so that was good. Whoops. Let me just make sure it's in focus. I've got to peek through my viewfinder to see because my screen doesn't work anymore on my camera. Oh, and then I was doing quick facial gesture study things. Oh, I keep on pushing this. And lanterns. I really hate the way that watercolour acts on this book. I used to like it, but I don't anymore. I would rather have a watercolour book. I also got my son to fill up a few pages with me. And then I started doing some marker drawings and realised that the paper is rubbish for marker drawings. Not because it bleeds through, but just because it just doesn't... You can't blend with them or anything. You may as well just be colouring in with Crayola markers instead of using other ones. I was right into doing ducks for a bit. And then I don't think I finished this. See, I was getting really, you can tell I was not caring by the end of it, and I didn't finish the last couple of pages, but I was proud of myself for what I had done. That was my Sky password there, but I'm not with Sky anymore, so it's alright. Then this one was in August. Let me just... And I really liked these books, these small ones. They took less time to finish, and the paper seemed to be better quality than the other one, so lots of Pinterest, or lots of Google image search. Not a lot of creativity in this one, although there never is with my books, to be honest. Trying to draw cars. I did a lot of 600 plus things in these as well. That really helped me to fill up my books more, doing 600 plus things. I think this is a copy from Rod Gone, yeah. And then this is me trying to do the same thing but completely failing. And then I did it again. This is Steffo Sims, and that's Marcus Butler's girlfriend. I can't remember her name. Stephanie? I think her name's Stephanie as well. I don't know. These are drawings from my Snapchat. I really thought they were funny and cool to do. Well, not drawings from the Snapchat, but I drew my Snapchat pictures. More Pinterest stuff. And that's the end of that book. Now we move on to the big Mama Jamba. And you guys have probably seen this if you watch my videos. I'm going to zoom out a bit, but my camera is not at the best angle right now, so I'm really sorry about that. But this one is where I'm doing all of my animal studying. So I did the falcon. I don't know when I did this one, so it's kind of randomly in the middle. And then I did the viper, and then I did the octopi, and that's the last one that I have done. So I'm going to be doing more in that one soon. It is a big awkward book to film though. And then we have my portraits that I've done this year. Just a couple. Not going to turn her around. I've showed you her loads of times. These are all 2017. So that's that. And then I did this painting for a friend's friend that passed away because he likes flowers and candles. And then this is me dancing in the meadow. Find happiness no matter what life throws at you. And that's the only two I did in that sketchbook. And then we have the sketchbook that I tried to use for Sketchbook Slam Challenge and just completely failed. Hold on, I'm going to take a little drink of my coffee because it's the only milk that I have left. There was a lot of drawing anything just to try and fill this up. And some of the pages I'm happy with. It was just that it was a bit too fast and I was doing it all in pen, so I couldn't erase. Which is a good thing but also a bad thing. This is from Rod Gone again. See, Rod Gone has been a really big inspiration in my life. He is the one that made my avatar that you see everywhere. So he's awesome. I was literally just drawing pictures from kids' colouring in books here, just to try and fill it up. But I just wasn't interested in it, and my drawings were coming out rubbish. So I just didn't feel like I wanted to do it anymore. This is where I got the idea though. This is what was good that came out of Sketchbook Summer Slam. Is that I figured out that I wanted to lay out things like this, learning about animals and drawing little pictures about what they are and what they do and stuff. So I did not finish this book, but I got quite far, to be honest, considering I hated it. I did draw a lot of hands, and I can draw hands like this. I think it's really easy to draw hands like this, but when you're drawing them on a body, so it's a different story because you've got to draw them much smaller than that. The detail is less, so I just indicate that there's a hand there. Look at this. Horrible. I just indicate that there's a hand there, and then, you know, this is where I started to be like, I don't want to do this anymore, and then I stopped. So I have a bunch of this paper to like fill up, but this is writing paper. It's not very good for drawing, but it's okay. And then this one was my favourite sketchbook to work in. I can't zoom it out any further, so I'm sorry. I started this in September. So we did this after I did Sketchbook Chat or Sketchbook Slam. I decided to go here. I'm really sorry about the angle, by the way, guys. It should be here, but it won't stay there unless I hold it. So I was getting a lot of inspiration from Shmoo Draws, or Shmomo, I don't know. I really wanted to be like her, so I was trying to study from her and do the same in my style. She did this pose and I copied it, and then I did a watercolour of it. I'm not trying to say that it's my own work. I changed the elements though. Like I gave the thing my hair and my clothes and stuff, so this was really fun. A lot of 600 plus things. I'm holding the camera, so if it shakes, I'm sorry. And then studies and stuff. I started drawing Caden, and then I'd already drawn this lamppost, and it looked like I just didn't have enough room, so it looked like I was just, you know, falling into it. I thought it was funny. Just lots of drawings of random stuff. And then I got bored of this book again and started doing the cat thing. Animal challenge here. More Disney stuff. And then tests. Oh god, we're nearly there. We're nearly there. I don't know how long we've been recording for. 18 minutes. Okay, so this one was September to October. I just wanted to fill up as much sketchbooks as possible, so I decided to get this one, and I actually really enjoyed this one. The paper's not good, but I like the texture of it, and it's good for drawing just pencil and doing some ink on it. It's not that bad, but you can see that I just wasn't really interested in drawing at this point in time. I was starting to feel really depressed in my life, and I was starting to feel like I just didn't want to do it anymore, and I didn't know what I was doing. I was just drawing the same thing over and over again, and I just didn't know where I was going. So this is about the time that I thought that I could try and start doing environments and backgrounds and stuff, because in the end I really would like to become a children's book illustrator, but I know how hard it's going to be. And I am nowhere near ready for that whatsoever, so I need to give myself some projects and give myself some tasks to do that will help me towards that goal. So yeah, I have a long way to go, but I'm only 26. Only 26. I can do it, but I just need to practice. So then Inktober started, and I started doing Inktober in this, but I was also using it as my sketchbook, so it was a really bad idea to start Inktober at the end of a sketchbook, because I just didn't want to do it. but I was drawing a lot in between. And then this is around the time where I just didn't feel like drawing anymore, and I only drew for Inktober, and I just really didn't want to do it. I just felt really bad about myself, about my drawings, and I just eventually just stopped altogether doing Inktober. You'll see a couple more Inktober drawings somewhere else. This is a tutorial from Rodgon on how to draw bodies, human bodies, and then this is what I did. I've shown this sketchbook as well though. I did a tour of this one. As soon as I finish one I do tours, so. But this is just to put all of the 2017 books in one video so that I can put them away. Now we are on to the most recent sketchbooks. Obviously this one is a little bit more Inktober here. And then I stopped Inktober on number 14, no, number 15 I think. Yeah, I stopped Inktober on number 15. I tried to draw my avatar because I wanted to draw it. And then I stopped this book because I stopped drawing in sketchbooks altogether. And then I started up in this one, which I'm currently drawing in just now. And this is my, if it's bad it doesn't matter. So it's all over the place. I kept on starting new sketchbooks. As you can see, this one I started in October, but I also started this one in October. So I started this one first actually. So I had never drawn in this before, this kind of book, but it was the same kind of paper as the big plain notebook that you just seen for Sketchbook Slam. So I knew that I wasn't going to really like the paper, but this is just a place where I can just sketch and randomly get some stuff down. It doesn't have to be good, it doesn't have to be finished, it just doesn't have to be. These were yesterday actually. I've got a big smudge of makeup on there. So this is my don't really give a crap if it's coloured, if it's not, whatever sketchbook. And then this one I'm working in just now because I want to do a review on it. It is the Pink Pig sketchbook. So I'm doing a lot of like watercolouring but in here, but I'm not doing my own drawings. I'm looking at other things for inspiration. So this came from The Sims. I just copied her standing there and then did a little thing. The paper is really thick, but I'll talk about that more later. This is also from The Sims, but it's from Sim Sugar's live stream. And then we've got this from Pocket Camp. These things from Pocket Camp. And then I tried to draw my own Pocket Camp character and it kind of went wrong, but I'm enjoying this book at the moment. And then that's it guys, that is the last thing, the last sketchbook. So I haven't finished much sketchbooks, but I think that what I'm going to do is I'm going to take out the sketchbooks that I actually liked working in. So I like that one and I like these ones. And I'm just going to stick to buying the same type of sketchbooks over and over, because otherwise I'm just not going to fill them. I'm just going to keep on doing them. So I like these sketchbooks. The only reason I don't like this one is because of the spine, but yeah, and I'm just going to put the rest in storage because there's no point in having them about. But anyway, hopefully 2018 will be progress of what I actually want to do with my life, and it will have a lot more sketchbooks filled up. So thank you so much for taking the time to watch this video. Please remember to comment, like and subscribe, and also go in the description below to see all of the links for my social media accounts and my other YouTube channels. And I will see you in my next video guys. Bye bye.